The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
Hey, what's up YouTube? So today we're going to be talking about the DJI Mobile 3 gimbal for your phone. And we'll go through all the features, see what it has, and I'll show you some footage of it. Alright, so I wanted to come out here yesterday, but it was raining a bunch, so now I'm out here today. It's finally a beauty day out here, but it's also February, which is so weird. Like, there's like pretty much green grass out here. But it seems like we're gonna get some of that sky dandruff coming down tomorrow, so we'll see. Hopefully it stays warm, because I'm loving this nice weather and I want to be out here and shooting some more stuff. So the weather in Kelowna has been so weird. It pretty much feels like summer, but it's like, I don't know, it's weird out here. Like, not even all the leaves have fallen off the trees. Like, those little bastards are holding on for dear life. Okay, I'm gonna show you how this thing works on my iPhone XR. So when you first start it out, you literally just put it in here and it's gonna be all wonky. You pretty much just balance it until it wants to stay in the middle. And as soon as it's kind of like sticking in the middle and it doesn't want to like move all over, hold this out. Hold this button. Pops up. So what you want to do, what you could do is when you double tap this, it'll go from portrait mode to landscape mode to portrait mode. Okay, so my iPhone 12 Pro Max works great on this thing, except when I have my tele lens on there, it's pretty wonky. But you could get these little weights that you put on the end that just screw in. Little screw right here that they screw in on, and you could put them in there and they screw on, and then it helps balance it a lot more. They're just small little weights you could get on Amazon. I'll link them in the description below if you do ever get these and you have some extra lenses you want to put on there. All right, well, let's pull this phone off of this tripod and I'll get some footage and you can see what it looks like. So it has this little analog stick you can move your phone around on. It's pretty handy. And with this little switch, you could switch it between either focus or zoom in. I use the Filmic Pro app, so I don't really use the DJI app for this thing. But in this app, you have hand gestures, so like you wave to it and it'll start up and follow you. There's a follow mode. There's all kinds of things on there. I just never used it just because I use Filmic Pro for pretty much everything I shoot because it's such a great app. You just double tap this, recenters, and you're good to shoot straight on. Also, when you hold the back trigger, it just stays in one place. So like, let's say I'm not, it's kind of moving around, but you hold it, stay in one place, you're good to go. Also with Filmic Pro that I use, you could change, the reason I use it is because you could change your shutter speed, your ISO, manual focus, and the Filmic Pro app is actually compatible with this gimbal. So when you go into the settings in Filmic Pro, there shows you press hardware and it will show Osmo 3 and you just kind of connect it and it works great. If you'd like me to make a video about Filmic Pro and how I shoot my videos and why I use Filmic Pro and go into a little bit more detail about all the settings and stuff, let me know in the comments below. Why would you need this gimbal? Like, why?
Why?
Well, it's kind of just to make your footage look a little more cinematic, like up your game. Even if you're just making like home videos, like it's just not as shaky footage. So me getting this DJI Mobile, I keep calling this thing the Mobile when it's called the Osmo. Maybe it's because I'm using a mobile phone, I don't know. But yeah, it's called the Osmo, the DJI OSMO 3. As an amateur like YouTube filmmaker, this has gotten me really to up my game when it comes to shooting certain things. Like, it's been a lot of fun too, just learning how to like shoot things and like seeing things differently. It's definitely helped me up my game. It's kind of like more in the fact that I really try when I pull this thing out. Like, it's, I don't know, it's weird to explain, but it's like I pull this thing out, makes it feel a lot more professional, and I'm like really getting in there and trying. So maybe it's just a mind thing, but you do see the footage is a lot more, like, obviously not so shaky. Like, stabilizes it. It's exactly what you want it to do, right? If you're gonna get a gimbal, that's exactly what you want it to do, and that's what it does. With those weights that I was talking about, I personally don't have them, but that's only because I don't use my tele lens on this thing. Like, I use the ND filter that I have. I made a video about it. If you want to watch it, it'll be right up here somewhere. Even with that ND filter on there, it's still good to go. If you have like a tele lens or like a wide angle lens, a moment lens, like a Sandmark one, any other kind, you're gonna need the weights. I'll put them in the description down below. Down south, the deep south.
You from the south?
Yes. The deep south.
Why is that funny?
At some point I'm gonna get the wide angle lens and I'm definitely gonna be using this thing with it. So I'm going to get those weights at some point. I just haven't had a need for them, so I haven't really ordered them. So the DJI Osmo, it's great. It comes in this, it's foldable and portable. Like, you just throw it in this little baggie. I throw it in my backpack and I'm good to go. I bring it everywhere pretty much. Also, like, shooting in 4K footage, a lot of people will say it's overkill, but I just zoom in a lot on certain things that if I'm not happy with the composition as to how things looking, I'll like zoom in, and like with 4K you really like don't notice any zoom in like distortion of it. So it comes with this little stand here, which is great because it gives you a little bit extra like stabilization when you're holding things, and like if you're walking with it, you could you have some more grip onto it. Also, you just stand it somewhere, which is great. Also, if you did want me to make a video about the DJI app that I'm talking about, like the hand gestures and stuff, just let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about it. I still have the app downloaded. I don't know why. I don't even use it ever, but I'm usually using Filmic Pro always. So it's amazing. It's the bee's knees. I don't even think bees have knees. But yeah, it's the cat's pajamas, I guess, is what the kids are saying. If you have any questions about the gimbal or any products, comment below and I'll be sure to make a follow-up video if you have anything else I haven't covered or anything. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe.